Well, welcome for today's live show. I'm Anie, creator and inventor of the Jooltool polishing system, which we're going to be using on today's show. So today's show is being recorded live, and I want to go over the Jooltool basics. I know a lot of people received Jooltool for Christmas, and congratulations! Yay! Welcome to the Jooltool family. So I want to go over a quick pass of everything that you have. So instead of looking over, some of my older videos, this is a quick reference, I would say, video. So you can get up and at it and start working on your Jooltool and understanding how it works and how it can benefit you. So that's what we're going to do on today's show. I hope I'll say hi to everyone as soon as they start trickling on in. This is the first show since Christmas Eve, since I was on, you guys. And I'm just excited to hear from you guys. I know everyone had a wonderful Christmas. So, you guys, whoever's there, type a hi, hello, whatever, just so I know you're here and I can respond back and say hello back to you. And I can answer your questions because today's show would definitely prompt questions. I could tell you that. So, hello, Paula Rubin. Aloha, Paula Rubin. And then we have Raven by Lake. Hello, Vicky Hart, Melanie Campbell. They're coming in, people. Joanne Vane, Sahar. Hi, Sahar. Hi, Lisa Jacober. Hello, Karen Miller Anderson and Ann Burke. Ellie Grossman. Happy holidays. John Burgess. Hello, John Burgess and Carol Burnett. And we have Maya. Hi, I was just talking to you, Maya. And we've got Carrie Moss, Scott Palmer. Hello, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful Holly Fleming, Mary, Teresa Cernoski, Deborah Merrimay. Mwah. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas holiday. It's just a wonderful time to bring some people together. It was a small little group, of course, the same ones that keep happening throughout the year, but it was nice to have, I would say it was nice to have the days off following. I feel like I enjoyed those days more than Christmas Eve, with all the food and the gifts and everything. I think that the following 2 days after were much more relaxed. I enjoyed having my kids around. It was a lot on Christmas Eve. So I actually enjoyed kind of chilling. I was off social media because, geez Louise, my social media can just make someone just jump off a cliff sometimes. I've got so many messages and so much. So I wanted to give myself a chance to relax, recharge, enjoy everything without any stress. So that's what I kind of kept telling myself. So I did things that I don't usually do. I organized my bedroom and I felt like, yeah, I just conquered the world. I felt so accomplished. Like, yep. That was a good job, Anie. That was a good one. So I did very little things and it was just so, it was like restoring my soul. So I enjoyed that about the weekend. So I hope you guys also had a chance to recharge, regroup, rethink, and just bring it all in, yeah, it's like, and then that time between Christmas and New Year's, you start, psychologically telling yourself, like, for the, what did I spit right now? What is that? I'm so passionate about that. For the new year, that's right. That's how I feel. For this new upcoming year, it's like you set all these things that I'm not going to do this next year. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be more like this and this. I'm going to be more organized. I'm going to be more of a doer. I'm going to do this. And so you start this, I guess, mental kind of preparation for the quote unquote New Year's resolution. I always hate those stupid New Year's resolutions, as I feel it gives like an unhealthy pressure to start the new year. Like already you're giving yourself like all these pressures that you don't want to do, and you want to do them, but deep inside you're not going to go to that gym, you're not going to do that, you're not going to do it. So don't fool anybody, just be honest with yourself and make realistic changes or decisions. So I've made realistic ones, the ones that I know I can pull off, and just things that I wanted to tweak, things that I knew I wasn't, I could be better at. Do you know what I mean? So that was me. Let me read also. You guys type what thoughts you guys have, because I'd love to hear your feedback, and I'm going to get started on my show. So real quick, hello, everyone says hello. Hi, Bonnie. Hello, Nancy Robertson. You guys have come on in. Hello, Terry. Yeah, and then, oh my God, the cycle follows me in my dreams. Ugh, lol, she's so cute. Oh, yeah, okay, Eve Cohen. Oh, congratulations, Eve. She got a Jooltool waiting for it to arrive. Yay, congratulations. So today, this show, Eve, you should put a little mark on today's show to kind of regroup. Once you get your Jooltool, this show will kind of help you get set up. And then we have you wear yourself out before the year starts. That's me. Oh, hi, Laura. My sister's there. Hi, Laura. Been subscribed for a minute. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, so. Oh, thank you. Karen Mill Anderson says, thank you for sharing your home and Christmas decoration. There was still one more tree. I still got to show you guys one more tree. It's silver and like turquoise and blues. And I'll show you those maybe for New Year's. Why not? I got nothing else going on. Carlton Croft says, now I'm a new owner. Congratulations. So Carol, this show is going to help you. I'm going to get started real quick. Carlton. Yes, Carlton. And Carlton, now I'm in I love you. Yeah, I know. I see. I said hi to her already. Where you been? I'm a little quicker on the draw. That's right. My new brain, my new mentality. We're going to approach this year, you guys. Come on, we got this. We got this. We're not going to let another year push us around, right? We got it. This time we're taking the bull by the horns and we're navigating our destiny. Yes, so Teresa actually said, yes, for her new year, she's wanting to gain better work-life balance. Seems I work a lot and miss the things that I used to enjoy. Let's hope I can move closer to this goal. And yes, than I've in the past. So, I agree with that, Teresa. You get caught up in, so much. You just keep going. I call it, you guys say the little, gerbil in the wheel just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. That's been me. And I share this with you, Teresa. And so I've actually told myself that I'm going to kind of jump off that wheel at times and take care of things that truly matter and just not keep going. Like I'm always nonstop, and it gets to you after a while. And then we have Linda. Hi, Linda. Hello. Her hubby did good. Not only did you get me the Jooltool flagship, but also a rolling mill. Oh, hubby did real good, Linda. Congratulations on your flagship and rolling mill. What kind of rolling mill did you get? I'm curious. Nice. Eva Phillips said she just got her Jooltool 29 minutes ago. Yes, Eva. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you guys. So you guys. Oh, okay, cool. Is there something in the box? Okay, that's fine. So real quick, they just brought me a box. Let me show you. Once you get your Jooltool, you guys, just so you know, your Jooltool will arrive in a box that looks like just like this. It's lovely, huh? Both sides Jooltool. Hello. For all of you guys that don't know how the Jooltool comes. And then, so I really don't have room here, but okay, this should do it. And you open it up and it's quite lovely. It's got foam that every cat in the world loves this box. I just want you to know, if you have a cat, the cat will crawl into this box and find a nice little home. So it doubles as a beautiful bed and comfortable place for your cat. So you'll get wonderful instructions, clear visor care instructions if you have the visor, and then you get your Jooltool user guide. Usually this is pretty much open to the page of the kit that you bought. So like, let's say that if you bought like the jewelry polishing kit, it would be opened up to this page. So it's in, so this would usually be found in this accessory box. And usually in this box is where all the goodies are found. This one is not filled with anything. So you just would open it like so. This one that has something in it. Oh, it has the angle setting tool rest in this one. But this usually would have all your components with the user guide and everything in here. So that's that. Let's keep that. And so now the Jooltool is laying so cute and beautifully in here. So you take the Jooltool out gently. Always make sure that the base is attached and not loose. Sometimes it gets loose during transit, but it's pretty solid box. And you take it out just like so. Okay, so I have one that's out, so I'm not going to take this out anymore. And it comes with the power cord. Look, nicely packaged. The power adapter and the power cord. You see, this is the Jooltool one, you guys. Thank you very much. Yes, nicely wrapped. So this one plugs into these two little holes right there, just like so. And you plug this. Does this one have a plug? No. Oh, is it here? Uh-huh. Why I have one here? Oh, okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Okay, so they have one here. I didn't know that. You guys have one right here, excuse me. Oops. So they already have one out of the box. Thanks, guys. Beautiful. So the Jooltool is now out of the box. And so make sure you plug this into the wall. Okay, so this is just the plug that I just showed you. So now this plug is going to go into the hole here. Right there. It's a connector. So there. And this button is the main on-off switch. Right there. It's the main on-off switch. So this one you would turn on and then use your Jooltool. Do you see how the red light is on? Now, you would leave this on. Okay, so you do not turn on and off your Jooltool with this button regularly. What you would do is you would use this side speed control to operate your Jooltool. So you would actually go like this. And there's no disc on it. Yeah. Oh, then. Well, let me take this off because this is the little protector thing for the visor. So if you have the one with the visor, you'll definitely get a little, like this little rubber protector just to make sure that it doesn't hit your visor in transit. It doesn't, but we still have one put there. So you just unscrew this off, and then this one would be ready for a back pad. This one. There you go. Just screw that on. So as you can see, pull back, Yarrow. So right here is where I turn the Jooltool on. Yarrow, back up so you can see it spinning. Yeah. So I'm going to turn it on. Look. And your Jooltool. So from here is where you control the speed. And then this is where you would turn off your Jooltool. So yeah, you can hear the clicks. Hear that? And then you turn it off. Click. So now you're going to ask, well, Anie, why do we have the power here in the back? The power here on the back is, let's say you guys, you have young kids around, your grandchildren are visiting, and you know, they kind of hop around everywhere, and you really don't want them playing with your tools. This is a way to like kill the entire Jooltool. So if I turn the back button off, it will not turn on. You can't use the speed control to turn on. So let me show you how that works. Yes, Ava, I know it's Jooltool number 2. I know, Ava. I know you, Ava. Remember, you were in my classes at Jewelry Television. I know what you have. Right, Lori Davis says her cat totally took over the box. I'm telling you that when you take this out, the inside foam, the cats love this. And you know what's funny? I got a Roomba for Christmas. Actually, I made Roomba. I had Yarrow get me a Roomba vacuum for Christmas. And we laughed because the Roomba is packaged with our Jooltool foam. The same foam that we use to package our Jooltool is what the Roomba uses. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, the Roomba copied me. No, I'm kidding. It's just good packaging. It's not cheap. So right here, let me show you the kill switch yard real quick. So look, you guys, just to recap, when this is on, you see how the light is on? You can turn your Jooltool on and off. You guys see that? On, it's off. So now if you turn that switch off in the back like this, look, see it's on. If I turn it off, the light's no longer on. And if I turn the Jooltool on with the speed control, nothing happens. So it's an added safety. We had to put that on the Jooltool when we got our CE markings and certificate. So that was one requirement that they wanted. So Yara says we have a whole 80-page lab test on the Jooltool. It's so true. It's like crazy. Whatever. Anyway, so let's get started real quick. Let me just glance over. Okay, and so the white stuff, you guys, is the protective film on the visor. So because we want you to have a scratch-free visor, and you would just peel this off on both sides. You guys see that? And it becomes transparent. Hello. See how clear that is? I just don't want to, you see how super clear that is? Isn't that gorgeous? So that's a protective coating on the visor. So that's what that clear is. Okay, so you guys, okay, so just real quick, you guys, if your Jooltool came dislodged from the base, sometimes it happens in transit. You know, UPS just goes schlag, post office goes da, you know, happens. Even though our Jooltool box is double walled, it's like a serious, like this box is no joke, you guys. It's actually called international shipping box. It's a little overkill for domestic use, but yeah, it's double walled. It just costs a little bit more, but I prefer it because I want to make sure that the Jooltool arrives and there's nothing broken, that arrives safely. So that's that. So just remember, if your Jooltool is off of its base, that means it's like wobbly like this. Look, it's not quite on it. I just want you guys to know that, hold on, let me undo this real quick. I just want you guys to know that these pins, yeah, but if it comes loose by some reason, usually it doesn't, but you never know. Just know that these two little bases go into the hole. These two little pegs go into the holes in the back of the Jooltool. And so you would actually go like this, insert them, and then press down, and the Jooltool will click. Want to see that again? Okay, so let me put. So this is the two holes. You guys see the two holes? So I'm going to take those two holes and like kind of align them in the peg, and watch the front. Let's watch the front. This is how I mount it. I just push downward. You see how it clicks, and then if you want to release that, you just push it in it, and it. So the reason why, if you want to release it, is if you want to sit it on its side, you guys. Let's go ahead and show another side view. If you want to sit it on its side, the two holes, what? Okay, so you see the two pegs right here? We're going to align these two with the two holes on the side of your Jooltool if you want to use it in a parallel position. So you just would go ahead and put it in just like so. And then again, you would push down and click. You see that? There. And then it becomes like the classic side. I wouldn't work on it with this. This kind of defeats the purpose of the see-through. But if you want to work with a brush or the save your hands or anything. Yeah, so this is how I've set mine up. Sideways, and I have the save your hands on it. Like, so if you want to work on a horizontal method, that's how you do it. So let's get started. So first things first, you guys, if you have, I love it. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Hello. Hi, Glenda. Hello, Nicole. Hi, I missed you all too. Hi, Irene. Sahar says, how many editions of Jooltool are there? There's a few, Sahar. This is the newest one I just showed you. Can it lay on its side another direction as well? No, so Kat, the direction that it should lay on is this. You know why? Because do you see the little knob of the speed control? This has to be facing up for you to control the Jooltool. Because if you put it on the other side, it hides the speed control and you can't use it. It's inaccessible. So it has to be on this side only. Yeah, and it's portable. You can take it up of its base and use it portable. We're not going to get into that because I want to get into using your Jooltool. So most probably, depending on which kit you got, I'm just going to show you guys basic rules of working on the Jooltool. So whether you got the metalsmithing kit, the jewelry polishing kit, the enamel kit, the lapidary kit, it doesn't make a difference. What we're going to do is we're going to show grinding, cleaning up, and polishing. Ta-da! So let's get started. I thought so, but was wondering. Yes, Kat, good question. And hello, Kat. Yes, it's true. Nicole says, I see a lot of good reasons to have two. Production speaking, of course, darling, of course. Okay, so you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to first use the purple wheel. Now, everyone who has a metal working kit will have this purple wheel. And when I say purple wheel, I mean it's this one. It's not as bright purple as this. I just do this for display. But that purple will look like this. It has a little, once it gets applied, it has a little grayish hue to it. So it's not bright purple. So this is the one I'll be using. It's like a sandpaper. So this is for when you want to shape something or take down material. So this should be used only at those instances. Don't get crazy and think this is a great surface sander. This is aggressive, and you should use this with caution because it'll save you lots of time. It's just lovely. So let me show you. Yeah, so instead of using a hand file or changing a shape of something, this is your go-to wheel. So just remember, this is for removal of metal. Let's show you guys how this works. So remember, it looks just like this, and we're going to remove some metal. And this is really great to remind yourself, like, so on Friday, on what was it, Wednesday? It's a Wednesday show. I polished a lot, and if you can see, it's quite dirty. You see that? It's quite dirty. So I have to clean it. Where's my brush? I don't know. Oh, here it is. So after a while, when your Jooltool gets a little messed up like this, I have the vacuum on. So just always learn to clean your Jooltool. You never want any kind of debris going near your spindle. Even though it's sealed, things still just kind of find their way, and, you know, end the story. So there we go. So let me put this back on. And now I'm going to put my fingertips on. And this is the tape. Let me show you. I have one here. I opened it up and I lost it. Oh, I put it here. Wonderful. And I think I had a scissor. Oh, I put the scissor here. So this is the vet wrap roll. Most probably you got this in your kit. Just remember, if you're going to use this, you guys, cut a little bit, like a 3.5 inch section. So these are the fingertips I'm using. So this is to protect your fingers from heat, from dirt, from anything. I like to have clean fingers, and it's wonderful because what it does is it still gives you the feel of your fingertips, but gives you a level of protection. So all you do is just wrap it around your finger. Just so since it's stretchy, you'll have the, like, almost want to pull and stretch, but you don't want to do that. That's like putting on a tight band-aid, you know, bandage. You don't want to do that. So you just gently roll it. And so the reason why I don't do it too tight is because you want to be able to slide it back on. And if you pull it too tight, it won't, yeah, it'll just totally shrink. It won't even go on your finger. So you guys see how, yeah, can you go up a little bit? My hand doesn't go that low. So it's just kind of overhanging extra. So this extra that you see here, you want to bend back. See how I'm starting to fold it back over my finger? Yeah, you know, everyone can hear you, Yara. Okay, good. So you want to say it louder so it's clear so I don't have to repeat what you're saying? So now, if you guys notice, it took the shape of my finger. So it's like a custom fingertip. And what's great is I kind of roll the edges up. You guys have, a lot of you guys have seen me do this. I kind of roll the edges just a little, just so that I can now grab it, have a little bit of material to pull it on. Kind of, this reminds me when I pull it on, it reminds me of putting a sock on one of my kids when they were little. You know, you just put that sock on the kid's foot. Just reminds me of that. So, and that's that. So I keep these just right next to my Jooltool. If you want to keep them nice and dry, I would recommend storing the fingertips in a Ziploc bag. Same goes for the large roll. It'll keep it preserved because after a while, oxygen does not make this sticky anymore. So put in a Ziploc bag. Note for today. Now we're back to the purple grinding wheel. Now, I want to say all the time, you guys, when you're going to work on the Jooltool, make sure you have great overhead lighting. We have our little touchscreen lights. Let me go ahead and put those on. I mean, touchscreen, touch lights right there. Those are great to have lighting overhead. You want to make sure the Jooltool is situated lower than your head and your face, and your arms are kind of like 90-degree parallel, your elbows, so that what you're doing is easily yes, you can maneuver. So the whole idea is you want to see through the wheel. If you're kind of parallel with the disc like this, so like if you, I'm going to go like this. So if you're like lower like this on the disc and you're working, you're going to tend to want to come off the edge a lot to see. But that defeats the purpose of the whole see-through action. So you have to have a aerial view. So when I'm here, I can see everything going through the disc. I can see right through the wheel. So I have an aerial view, I would say, of the disc. So that's what you want to make sure you're doing all the time. So yeah, so basically what the camera, what you guys are seeing right here is what I see. So that's what you want to be able to see right through the wheel. So we're going to turn this on. And so when you're working on the Jooltool, on the grinding, you want to make sure that you don't work off the edge. Here, I'll just use this little piece. Like, let's say I kind of want to straighten this up. You know, it's weird, it's strange. I want to go straight. So if I work on this, you guys, I'm not going to work on the edge. I'm going to work more in the center and kind of hold it there. You see how I'm kind of going up and down? But I just want you guys to see how fast it removes material. And if you want to roll that over, roll. You see that? And if you want to roll one more over, roll. So what I'm doing is I'm not putting any pressure. It's just a light little touch. So you'll hear me say zhuzh a lot. This is what I mean, a zhuzh. Use the whole wheel. Don't just stay in one spot right here. You know, don't come off the edge, and don't do this. I repeat, do not slide off the wheel. I repeat, do not. Stay here, work your magic, do whatever you got to do, and when you're done, you drop it. Do you hear that? This is very important. Work, grind, whatever you're going to do, when you're done, you drop it. Do not slide off the wheel. That is a recipe of disaster. Wow, we've ground a lot. Look at that. Oops, so it's gone. Yes. Yes, so these are tips, Deb Henready. This is what you should be taking notes on. If your edges of your discs are wearing out, where'd you say that? I can't see. Hi, Deb. Deb says, I keep knocking that. Okay, there you go. If you follow my steps right here, your edges would stay perfectly great, just like mine. Look, you see this? Very nice. And then my edges are untouched. So yes, and pushing hard. So you don't want to push hard and slide off. That's just wrong. No, no, no. And if you're grinding like this, you guys, just what? Oh, we have a, Kristen, where's the tip list? They're packaging some right now. Let me show that on air, if you don't mind bringing it to me. So you guys, this is also another thing too. Sometimes when you slide off the edge, as it's spinning, you guys, let's look at it just on a physics kind of point of view. As it's spinning, you guys, when you're sliding off, you might come and like lift it up. And since this is thin and sharp, when you lift it up and you're already at the edge, sometimes it catches and you don't make that connection. Thank you, Kristen. So that's why it's important to not slide off, to drop it. Hold it there and drop it. So these are our steps, you guys. You'll get this. If you get a Jooltool, you'll have these important tips. And it's basically reiterating everything I just said. Do not push hard when working. Anie says on her live, no pushy. Yara, can you put that screen back so I can read? Okay. And then it says work in the main, number 2, work in the main see-through area of the spinning disc, not on the edge. I just showed you guys this. Work on, do not work on the edge or slide off the edge of the spinning disc. Don't be doing any of this. That's a no. And then set speed. Set medium speed when using the 4-inch diameter wheels. So remember that, you guys. So 4-inch wheels require medium speed, not high. For those that you got the 4-inch kit. So yeah, you get this. So you have this. If you have a new Jooltool, you have this in your kit. Okay, beautiful. And if not, Yara will upload the PDF on our website. So there. So in our help section. So that was the purple, you guys. So just remember. Now let's say that you ground with the purple, okay? Let's say we ground with the purple, and you can see someone actually did some grinding here on this piece. You guys see the grinding marks? So grinding marks are going to be very aggressive. Do you guys see how aggressive it is? You guys see? So, you know, you don't want to create these kinds of marks on your piece. If not, you're going to have to clean them up, but I'll show you how to clean up uneven surface like this. You guys see how uneven it is? It's kind of hammered kind of look. It looks kind of cool, but we're going to smooth that. So how I'm going to smooth this, you guys? So from the 120 grit to clean up all that rough, I will use my fine scratch eraser. So this is the fine. You guys see that? So a new one would look just like this. Just to show you guys. A new one looks just like this. Right here, and then I'll show you over at camera. So new one looks just like this, nicely stamped, really nice and thick and crisp. Mine looks a little, I got 2 stamps, didn't make the first one, so I don't know. And that's it. So this is also very important. So I'm going to work in the center and roll. Zhuzh, back and forth, and I'm going to be always in the center, and I'm not going to and I'm going to just keep working, and I'm going to drop it when I'm done. I will not slide off the wheel. You don't ever catch me sliding off the wheel. So no. So let's go for the really rough. So do you guys see what I'm talking about? These are like so rough. Listen to my mic. Do you guys hear how rough that is? It's really, really rough. So just so you know, even if you have a rough, lumpy area like this, look at the magic of the scratch eraser. Ready? So there. It'll start. So do it slow, you guys. Don't go crazy and do things fast. Allow it to move the metal. Do you guys see that? I feel like I'm like snow plowing, cleaning up the snow off the sidewalk or the driveway. Look. So you kind of do it slow, just like you would your snow plow. Slow. Make sure you get everywhere. Kind of go over it if you have to. But look at this already, you guys. Look at that difference. Hold on. Do you guys see that? That's a lot of cleanup, guys. And it's already just a smooth finish, ready for a final high polish. And you can flip it around and start again. So you guys see, this is a raw casting. I just want you guys to see there's like a really nasty seam. I don't know, from the casting. Can you guys see that right there? So to get rid of that, instead of using like the purple ceramic, which is going to take off material, I would hold it there. So you guys got to know the power of your scratch eraser. So just like that already, it moved the metal and it cleaned it up. And now I'm going to do the one right here. That's right below. Do you guys see that other one? So I'll flip it around and we'll take care of that little bad boy. So you guys see how you glide over it? Take your time. So 1, 2, like smooth, like slow passes would do the trick. You see that? It's just delicious, you guys. No, no silicone wheel, no rubber wheel can perform like this. This is just a 3M. Who's snowing? So look at how uneven this surface is right here. And it's got scratches. And so look, you're just going to hold it. I'm going to actually do this with a marker. And if you guys need to mark your areas when you're starting to learn, this is not a bad idea. So you can even mark the section that's really bad to make sure you're, getting it until you start understanding how your Jooltool works. Look, watch. So I'll hold it here, zhuzh it up and down, up and down. And what's nice is with the Jooltool, you can roll back over, kind of like a rocking chair, kind of get that area going and then roll back over to get it really nice and smooth. So you guys see how I'm like zhuzhing it on the wheel? Just zhuzh back and forth, back and forth. And guess what? We're done with that. You see all that area super clean and smooth. And if you want to do the sides, look, I'm going to work on the side. And you guys see that super smooth. And then when I'm done, I drop it. But you can continue doing the whole thing. You guys see that? You guys want to do the whole thing at once. But when you're done, you guys drop it. And this way, it's a completely uniform edge. Yes, so the scratch erasers will get rid of fire scale and fire stain. So we discovered that here when we were polishing this on Francesca's show, and there was a lot of fire stain on the back of this. You guys see this right here? I left that there, but there was more here and I got rid of it. You guys see that? Let me show you real quick. So you hold it right here. So do you guys see the fire stain right there? I want to say it's like right here, follows. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's like right here. This is like the fight. This had more of it. You guys see how it's like a little bit of a brownish discoloration. We had more of it over here and we got rid of it. So you would basically hold this, you guys, and just kind of work your way. Don't hold it at an angle. You want to kind of hold it flat so you don't create any kind of groove. So you just hold it there, kind of change the scratch pattern, change it there. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's a good little example of how to remove it. So I think that should do it, you guys. I don't know. You really can tell once you polish it. The polish really makes it obvious. So I think I've gotten it, but I'll only know if I polish. Another way to know before you polish is if some of you guys have, so this was the fine. If some of you guys have the very fine scratch eraser. Mine's really faint. It's where it says very fine. So this is great. This will almost take it to a polish. So look, if you hold it here, yeah, so the one I previously used is the fine, and this is the very fine. So this kind of will take it to almost a polish and make your polishing job so much easier. But it's also will give me a little window into, did I get rid of it? So let's see if I did. I hope I did. And wow, look at that, you guys. Do you see how it's almost a shine? Do you see that? So so you can see the difference from the fine and the very fine. It's just delicious, you guys. I don't know if this is the very fine, but. So I just want to show you guys, see how I'm rolling like a rocking chair, one customer said. When you're done, you drop it. You just disconnect. So look at that. That came out really pretty. So that very fine. So after the very fine is when you would use like your felt wheel. And people who have a new felt wheel, yours is already prepped, ready to go, but it's white. This is, so just so you know, once you get started, you guys give yourself a good zhuzh of compound like this. Give yourself a good amount, And so just polish. Within seconds, you should see the polish come up this quick. Like that's how quick you should see the polish come up. So you shouldn't have to suffer too long to get that polish, you guys. It should be pretty quick. So if the rub marks are kind of going like this, I want to say, like in this direction, you guys see that? If the rub marks are going like this, when you're about to polish, kind of change them up so that the wheel kind of cross polishes. That way you polish quicker and easier. Look at how quick. So do you guys see I'm doing a small section at a time? So we're just going to do this section really, really quick. Kind of change it up. Kind of take a look at already the polish that we got right there. Do you see that? Yeah. So let's see if we got that little stain out. Let's see. Wait. Hold on. So see, if you're just holding it, just kind of hold it there, you guys. Kind of let it do its magic. So let's look. Oh my God, you guys, that's looking mighty fine right there. I don't see any of you guys can see. So there's a little bit of the stain right here where I didn't touch, and all that other stain is gone. So now what you guys are seeing here is the rub marks from my felt. After a while, you guys, your felt will get pretty much like a little sheen, which is good. But sometimes when you have too much of a sheen, you get a little bit more rub marks, which is okay because you can buff those out. But if those bother you, you know, I've also showed you guys many times how to kind of quickly sand and clean up your felt wheel. And then this way, it's a little cleaner and some like a little bit more fluffier. So you won't have too much of those rub lines as much. I just need more compound. Yes, bless your heart, Holly. You see how there's less rub marks now? Hold on, let's just show you that. Yes, so you totally will replace all your hand files and your sanding sticks. So that's pretty much it. So this is a flat area. So let me show you guys how I would like finish polishing this. So just real quick, I kind of got all those rub marks out, and we got rid of the fire stain. So that was not even scaled. That was fire stain. You guys see how polished it is, but how even that is. It's like a mirror, you guys. Yes. Yes. So cross polishing, Holly just said, will give you the solution for those stubborn lines. So also too, you know, some metals are weird. The cross polishing is helpful, but hitting it with the very fine scratch eraser is just like, it takes you almost to the polish. It's like less polishing for you to do. It's really nice. And yeah, the felt wheel will handle it, but this, I know this fire stain was a beast. Was just real. So do you guys see those fine little rub marks? Those are rub marks. And so how to get rid of those rub marks is easy, a buff. End of story. Even some people have actually used a felt wheel with no compound and it buffs those out. So anything that just like soft cotton just takes those it's just all it is the felt rubbing flat, and they're really microscopic, super fine, so they're easy to buff out within seconds. So I'll show you guys. So basically what I took you guys through, let me show you guys what I did. Hold on, I stole the fine. Here it is. Okay, so real quick, you guys, I used the 120 grit to grind and shape to replace hand filing, shaping. It's great at doing that. And anything that was rough, remember that really nastiness of this ring, or this nastiness of this ring, we smooth off with the scratch eraser. We use the scratch eraser, and I use the scratch eraser to get rid of the fire stain. You guys see that right there? And then I use the felt polishing wheel, which I took over there. Keeps traveling. I use my felt polishing wheel with the Jooltool compound to polish out any of the scratches. Just to recap. Yeah, that's a 3-inch and a 4-inch. Yeah. So now let me take you to the polish. Now with the polish, you guys, you can either do The buff, I'm sure if you got a metal smithing kit, a buff came with it, but if not, they're really inexpensive. But my buffs are really good, just so you know. I'm not just saying it. It's just I know a good buff when I see it, and I have special requirements by that I have my buff manufacturer follow. And so there. So this one would be great for polishing those out. You can also use like your magic buffs or your pink magic buffs, but not everyone has this in the kit. So I'm going to refrain from using those. I'm going to use the regular buff. Okay. So you just put yourself a good amount of compound, just a little bit, just a quick little zhuzh. And you guys see where we're at right there. It's already polished. We just want to get rid of those little rub marks. And so what you do is don't push hard. Just want you guys to show the second I touch it very lightly, you guys, look, it's already gone. Do you see that? So just real quick, you guys, you don't have to push hard. Just a quick little zhuzh and you're good to go. You see that? Yeah, question from Sahar. What's up, Sahar? Okay, so that's a good question, Sahar. Sahar asked the question right here. If you accidentally chose the purple and put a flat spot on a ring, how do I fix that? Now, I actually did that on this ring. I actually put some flat spots. Did you guys miss this? So Sahar, when I smoothed this down, I had like hammered flat spots with the purple, and I used the scratch eraser to smooth it all down. So if you have a flat spot, you guys just know the power. Okay, so are we done with this real quick? Because I'm going to move on. So you guys see, you just can buff it real quick, super quick. Just to, and then I like to use a little bit of the softer part to kind of give it an extra shine. Yeah, the buffs. Yeah, you know who loves this buff? I'm trying to do only half of it, you guys, but I should just do the whole thing at this point. So that one, so let's look at the, what do you call it? The fire stain? The fire stain. Hold on. So the fire stain, you guys, is still there. Do you see that? But we removed that other part, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. You guys see that? You see how the fire stain is still here and we removed that chunk of the fire stain? That's pretty impressive, you guys. Look at that. And you can just, if you slow it down too, you'll even get a higher super polish. Ooh, so pretty. So nice. Okay, so you guys got the idea, right? Okay, good. Oh, I love it. So there you guys go. So I'm going to keep this section in the when someone asks me to do more fire stain removal. There you go. So just real quick to recap what Sahar was asking. Sahar was asking, by accident, for example, she used her purple and created a flat spot. I'll create another flat spot, Sahar. Here, we'll just grab this one. Okay, so it's domed. You guys see that? So you guys see how I can create a flat spot, a few flat spots. How about that? Okay, do you guys see how many flat spots there are? You see how flat they are? I created some flat here. We'll do a bunch of them. You can even use these for cool little designs. Look at that. We created a cool little. So you guys can put cool little hammered effect. It's pretty cool. But let's say you don't want that hammered effect. Okay, go back to your fine, and you're going to have to do this slow, because what you want to do is you want to move and bring in metal. Okay, this is not a grinder. This is the scratch eraser and fine. And what this does is it burnishes and moves metal. Done. So yes, all pretty much, if it's not labeled slow speed, you must use high. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I do this. And just to give you a quick little reminder of all the little flat spots I put here. You see that? All flat spots. Use the scratch eraser. Look at this, guys. You ready? So do it slow. Glide over it. Bring in the metal. Bring in the metal. And kind of let it blend. Blend, baby, blend. Ooh, yeah. So we already got rid of that one strip. You guys see that? Oh, it's just lovely. And it doesn't shrink. Look at that. But it will get warm because it's silver. So just be forewarned. And if it gets a little too warm for your hands, you can also use our little clamps right here. And so this will clamp in the ring. Hold on, this way. I'm going to do it this way right here. You guys see how I held it and it'll like conform? So this is great. So you can hold it right here. So we've gotten already half of it done. Do you guys see that? And then we still have a little piece left. But other than that, you guys see, we didn't compromise the thickness at all. The scratch erasers don't get dirty to get cleaned. Huh? The scratch erasers do not need to be cleaned, you guys, at all. They are self-cleaning. It's like a self-cleaning oven. So if you have a stubborn one, glide over it. Don't stay on it. You need to bring in metal from the sides and kind of smear it over like how you do like frosting on a cake. You grab the extra frosting and bring it in, bring it back over, bring it one more time, and you're done. So there. You guys see that? Yeah, I'm using the clamps. Yeah, these are delicious, you guys. These have two settings. Really like pinching, like the church pinch on your kid, and then you can lift it up and it's less of a pinch if you have something really, really wide. So right here, you guys, from here, so this is the fine. So from the fine, I can go straight to the felt polish, you guys. Where is my felt? How does these things just disappear? There it is. Felt right here. Give yourself a good amount of compound. There we go. And again, so if the lines are going like this, I'm going to say this again. If the lines are going like this, you guys, how do you think we're going to polish? Huh? Am I going to still follow the lines or am I going to shift it a little? You see how the lines are now cross polishing? Do you guys see that? You guys see how I worked at an angle? You guys see how it's like, so now I'm working at this angle right here. You're welcome, Sahar. So that happens a lot. So now I'm working at this angle. So follow me as I continue working at this angle. So you're just going to hold it there. So the second that you glide, don't push. Do not push. Pushing is not going to, just keep a nice steady flow. And then if you feel that it's not polishing as it was in the beginning, guess what? Add some more compound. But other than that, this is what you guys get already. I'll tell you right now, Sahar. So I'm going to take the compound one more time because you got to reload. Don't forget to reload. So you work here, work there. It's just going to keep working, you guys. We're working. You see how I'm doing it in quick little sections? And there. And that's how you get rid of the compound too. Everyone always says, Anie, how do I get rid of the compound? Well, I just push it off the edge, off the cliff. And you guys see the shine right now? Do you guys see? So the dome was not compromised, the thickness, which is just delicious. You guys see that? Okay. And now, if you want, you just hit it with a buff. You can even hit it with like a magic buff if you want. But hold on, let me wipe this down. Because if let's say I want to use any of my magic buffs, you guys, here, this is my polishing cloth. So they don't have any compound in it, but God, that's even pretty just on its own, for crying out loud. You can either take your pink one, you can take your yellow one, but for the most part, look, check this out, you guys. This is new. So this one I'm going to run about medium low speed, and you just hold it here. Just like so. Just a little polish. And you'll see how pretty it polishes. You guys see that gleam? Like, wow. You can see me. Hi. Hello. Okay, hold on. Let's just look at this. So this is all it took to take, you to this high-end polish, you guys. I just want you guys to know that this is not, I take it to a fine polish on my shows. There's many people that show you finishing and stuff, and you're like, that was a polish? I don't get. I serve higher powers, snobbish jewelers that watch my videos. Sorry, you know I love you guys. I know you watch it. I do, but you know your details that you require are high. So I'm always going to show you the highest level of polishing, you guys. You don't have to take it there, but I want you guys to have next level finishes. So your pieces look like gorgeous and high level, you know? So just take a look. Just take a look at this. Look at this polish, you guys. Are you seeing this? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the 47-year-old steak that we polished. Don't they remind you of each other? No, I never put the pink polish on the steak. I should, huh? Look at how polished that is. So do you guys see? So remember, this was the ring that I put those flat spots on. So I just want you guys to know that was great, Sahar, by the way, of bringing that idea, because that really shows the power and the fabulous magic of those scratch erasers on how they perform. It's just, I tell this to jewelers. And I even tell them it'll fill in holes and porosity and deep scratches. And they're like, no, 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 I don't believe. And then I show it to them and they're like, look at me like I have some kind of witchcraft powers. And I'm like, bro, you just saw me do it right in front of your eyes. Like it wasn't nothing. Like I didn't have magical powers, and they just sat there, look at it. You know, they're like, wow. Okay, so Michelle Chapman has a quick question. Let me try to get to it. What is the question? Okay, so Michelle, she says she must have the medium scratch eraser because she keeps getting, there you go, the satin finish scratches. So you know what you can do is so people who work on watches, stainless steel like Rolex watches, Cartier watches, they do like to use the medium because it's harder and it'll combat the really stubborn deep pitted scratches, but they know that going from a medium to a polish, you're going to hit some of those, those lines. So they hit it all the time with the very fine. So you know what? You might just try the very fine at this stage because you saw what the very fine did. It's like the very fine is close to the polish, super close. So the second like you touch the felt, you're already at that polish. So it's like, wow, I totally didn't even have to do anything. And then you're like, well, that was easy. I love you, Jooltool. You know what I mean? I was just telling Maya that the Jooltools, we love our Jooltools here. And every single one is cared for and taken care of and tested and making sure you have like the best quality product. And it's funny because when we send Jooltools out, you guys, we always want them to they're like adoptive, like they're like our little rescue dogs. We want them to make sure they have a nice home. So I'm just so pleased when you guys see you're using your Jooltool, you're doing this. It's like it's gone to a good home. It just makes us so happy. So you know. Ruining the pattern. So Jean-Marie, bonjour Jean-Marie, asked this question right here. And basically she has a lot of show horses and wants to clean up the silver that have engraving on it, So the best way to do that with the engraving, I don't know the level of scratches. I don't know how beaten they get. So two things. To avoid removing the what's it called, the engraving, you can use the very fine, which will keep you in the safe zone, the very fine scratch eraser, and that will totally keep you in the safe zone. But if you see there are some stubborn pits or scratches, you can hit it with the fine and lightly go over it with the very fine. You can MacGyver around what you want to do, kind of avoiding the engraving, especially seeing through the wheel. Really, you guys, really will put that stop on any kind of mistakes. Really, it's like Amazing. Yeah, Nicole, I love you. Nicole says get all the scratch erasers. You know, I have to agree with her because um, there's certain times where they come in handy. And, if you're using them, you'll understand that the different grades of the scratch erasers perform for different tasks. And sometimes you just need that medium. Sometimes you just need that coarse. And sometimes, like right now, that very fine was like, oh, you know what I mean? So, but majority of the kits have the fine in it. So you can totally jump off and get the ones to fill it. So there. Wow, this looks so good. I'm like, hi Suni, bye Suni. Happy New Year, Suni. So yeah, so this came out really good. This was, remember, the one with the flat spots. Okay, so I hope that answered the purple and the scratch eraser and the buffing situation, because I can go on forever, but I really wanted to emphasize the proper ways to use the Jooltool, how to hold it up against the wheel. You know what I mean? It's a new way of working. I want to say new concept, but it really is new. So you can't adapt any of your old techniques to it. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just a cross polish. I didn't invent that. That's just been, I've learned that ever since I was a little kid. How you polish, you get rid of the lines in the opposite direction. You know what I mean? But for the most part, working on the disc, dropping it, zhuzhing it in the center, don't slide off. Those are all Jooltool rules. You know what I mean? So hope this helps. So I see questions coming in. They're going like this. Okay, I love the scratch erasers, right, Leslie? I love you. I agree. I had the fine, then I needed the medium. I should get those combo. Ah, Melanie. Yes, Mom. Melanie, you're so cute. Hi, Melanie. Hallie, I really did hear Angel sing the first time I used a scratch eraser. Girl, I mean, I can just go on and on about those scratch erasers. They are just amazing. I want to say, without sounding pompous and arrogant, if you haven't worked with a scratch eraser, honestly, you don't know what you're missing out on. It's such a game changer. I always use the game changer because everyone uses that word. It's not my vocabulary, but it really does change the way of doing things. It's just phenomenal technology that has been married with my Jooltool see-through technology. And ta-da! So, yeah. Okay, so the tool rest, you guys, I'm not going to get into that, but the tool rest is great for being like third hand, right? We got one, two, third hand. One, two, just checking, guys, just checking. Third hand, yeah, I think I have one here. I'll just show you real quick how to do it. I've actually have videos on how to use the tool rest because we actually have a video. Let me show you guys. We have multiple videos. This is just one that's still stuck on here. I actually polished the sapphire and we faceted it. Do you guys see the facets on this? There's one, there's another one. Hold on, it's blurry or I was going to yell at me. There, it's like faceted. Do you guys see the facets on this? Okay, so we did this with the tool rest, for example. So if I put the tool rest here, okay, so you can set your angles. Oh, you have it on side? Okay, beautiful. So you can set your angles. So you just loosen it up right here and you can set your angles. I don't remember what angle we had set this at. So like basically I just use this to kind of be my little thing. Oh, and we actually did it on the tool. Where's that one we did on Francesca's show? Hold on, guys. 1 second. We did a tool, not this one. Where's that other one? Hold on. No, it's right here. I got it. So we actually created this. So this is just a regular cheap Harbor Freight cold chisel punch. And we actually created these facets on her show and we created a flat. So this gave a really cute kind of hexagon. And we actually, so Sahar, this is what we did. We actually used it like this. I don't know. I don't have one. Let me show another one. Should I do this? Hold on. Let's keep it at this angle. Let's go ahead and use this. So you can change, you can set your angles. Like let's, hold on. I wasn't going to get into it, but let me show you guys. So I've got it here. You guys see? You guys see how it's a completely flat tip right there. And so when you're there, you can actually tilt it around and create more facets. And then flip it around and create another facet. And flip it around and create another facet. And so take a look. So you can sharpen, you can fasten, repeatable angles. Do you guys see that? So that kind of sets your angle. And then let's say that you wanted something really, really dead flat. So this one you can flip around. And let me lock it. Hold on. So this you loosen and you can flip this around. You guys see how you can flip this around? So I'm flipping it around and I want to establish the area that's flat. So there's two sides. So this one you can adjust. And like, let's say that I had something, I don't know what I have. Let's see, what do I have? I don't know. I'm just going to grab this real quick. So let's say that I want to get this nice and flat. So I'm going to go like this or put a little bevel on it. Let's put a little bevel on it. So you can hold this and it'll like, hold on. You can pinch it like this and it'll like hold it there. Like, look, you guys see that? I'm not holding that. Isn't that cool? Like, look, this is my hands. I'm not holding that. So you can, I just pulled it off. Yeah. So here, you guys, you can do it like this and create like bevels. You have, make sure you put another bevel on it. Just put a little angle. And it's cool because it'll hold it nice and even. And you can just hold it right there and just get a nice little even. You see how even it gave? It's not even an even cut. And it's wanting to get it nice and even for you. Oh, so hold on. Okay, hold on, Yarrow. There you go. So you guys see how it wants to do it nice and even? So you can't even do this like by hand. This really gives a dead flat finish. So let me show you. I pull it down. You guys see? So it's straight across and I put a little bevel on it. Can you guys see that bevel that you see that even light? So do you guys see? So I hope that helped that. Wow, that's kind of cool. That is really nice. So we have some more questions. Okay, so aluminum is, so no. Aluminum is, I actually was staring at an aluminum piece. Do I have an aluminum piece? It's that one piece that I did at, I swear I was just staring at it. No, don't mess around too much. I have an aluminum piece. No, Yarrow, come here over here. You stand here. I know, don't mess around. I swear I was staring at it while I was talking to Kristen. I'll show you aluminum. So aluminum, you guys, is, listen, I'm not a metal expert. Oh, that's aluminum, sure. So, okay, so aluminum, when you start messing with aluminum, it can be a B word to polish because it's almost like, okay, that's cool. It's almost like, listen, I'm going to speak in layman's terms for you guys to understand. So it's powdery. It's very like powdery. And so the more you mess with it, it's like you see more of like this porous surface just like erupting. It's like you're like, oh no, we're not going to go there. Like, so I recommend to not get to that stage with the with aluminum. So with aluminum, you guys, I almost stay away from even the scratch erasers and just stick to my felt wheel. You guys, believe it or not, aluminum is soft and I can get rid of some nasty scratches off of aluminum just with my felt wheel and polishing compound. So this is actually made. Okay, Bonnie has a question too. Okay, so I'll just, so this was made by one of the guys from the SEMA show, and he has a few Jooltools. So he uses a lot of Jooltools to polish these up because he makes custom, what do they call these? Badges? Yeah, for your car. And you can see right here, you guys, this is raw. Let me wipe this down. Hold on. So I don't know if you guys can see, all of this is still raw. Like none of this has been polished. Do you guys see that right there? It's just raw. So this is right off of like machining, like a mill. Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys how to polish aluminum just with the felt wheel and my polishing compound. I promise you guys, you won't be disappointed. So just so you know, sometimes the felt wheel will be the answer to all that you've been asking for. So don't dismiss the power of the felt wheel. So let me show you guys real quick. So turn that on. Let me go ahead and give myself a good amount of compound. And so where's that area that was? Okay, so right here is where I'm going to work on, primarily right here. So this area right here, you guys see how dull it is? So right there, instead of using all sorts of stuff, so you just hold it there. So you have to hold it there and let the deep scratches kind of go away. It's kind of wanting to kind of rub really hard. But what's cool is aluminum is soft enough for you to get away with it with just the felt wheel. So there's still some pits in the center. I'm going to work those out. You guys, just real quick. But like, look at that. You guys see that polish? That's aluminum. That's without a buff or anything. And you can hit it with a buff. But just so you know, this is the power of my Jooltool polish. It works one, like right here too. Look, this is not polished either. You hold it there. You got to hold it there to work out all the nasty pits and the scratches. It will work. And if you need more, you just put more compound. If you need more, you put more compound, but that's pretty good. If you want to get rid of some more pits, by all means, work it more and just hold it there. So it'll save you a lot of time and effort than working with the scratch erasers, because the scratch erasers will create a little bit more of that powdery, porous look because it wants to blend the aluminum, but aluminum doesn't play that game. It doesn't like to blend. Hold on, let me clean that. Aluminum. So there, you guys see that? And then from here, you can use whatever you want. Actually, I'm going to do a quick little experiment for the owner of this. The guy who makes these badges said, Anie, do I need the magic pink buff? I really want it. And I said, I don't know if you need it, but here, let me do a little experiment so I can tell him if he needs it. So let's go ahead and see how it does on aluminum. Oh, he's going to love this, Yarrow. It's really fine to polish the aluminum. You guys see that? Hold on, let me just polish a little bit more. Oh my God. No, Yarrow, it's good. It's good. Yeah, no, it's good. I don't want to run it faster. You can. But it's very, very, oh my God. Wow. Wow, that's impressive. So you guys, I just want you guys to know, when I do this at the SEMA Auto Show, I get a lot of wows because aluminum, you guys, is, it's upside down. Well, it's right here. I don't care if it's upside down. This is where I polished. I polished right there and there. So at the show, aluminum polish, they have a lot of aluminum, these guys. And so when I show how to do that in one step, they're like, shut up. I'm like, yes, seriously, you guys, this happens. So that's why the guy who manufactures this, Billet Badges, if you need a badge, call him up. His name is Steve Billet from Billet Badges. Hi, Steve, if you're watching. Has the Jooltool and can clean up and give you crisp edges on your badges. But aluminum, very difficult to polish. I just want you guys to know that. One step with the Jooltool and you're done. So yeah, that's it. Use your felt wheel. Wow, I didn't expect to do aluminum today. All right, so Bonnie has a question. Bonnie, what is your question? She's had it for a while, so Bonnie, I hope you're still there. Hold on. I'm trying to get to all the questions, you guys. Oh, so if I was going to use Trisex to get the fire stain out, so that fire stain, first of all, is quite quite deep. So to be honest with you, I would try. This is what I always do with when I don't know. I always err on the side of finer abrasive. So since I know that this fire stain was quite stubborn, Bonnie, I would have at least started with the pink Trisex, this one. So I would have started. So this is the color. Yes, let's use the tree right here. The tree, you guys. So I would have started with the pink. So the pink Trisex. So the green would be the more aggressive one. Okay, they're very close, but the green and the pink. So if the pink, let's say, didn't do it, Bonnie, I would definitely use the green. But if the pink did it, then I'm clear sailing. So from the pink, you can, of course, go to your blue. Why, there's no blue up here? I guess we didn't have blue, but this is the blue. That's the blue. That's the fine. And then you can hit it with the very fine. It just, there's a few different roads you can take. Sahar also asked, when would I use the Trisex? So remember when I was doing this, you guys, this stamp or this one, I would have used the Trisex to maintain the very crisp edge or to make that little flat tip all the way to the end. Like, so if I wanted to, oh God, this is so sharp. So we were even saying you can make really nice sharp scribers. So if you wanted to sign here, just right here. So if you want to sign like your pieces, for example, you can even like sharpen these. We actually did this on air. Hold on. Inscribe. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So I actually did it on air with some. Here, this is the one I did. This was sharper. You see that one? So that was actually a cleaner. That was clean with the Trisex. The purple's a little rough. If I hit it with the Trisex, this would actually get really nice. So when I mean the Trisex, this gives you really crisp edges. The Trisex wheels, you guys, these, you know, like I can do this freehand. I can do this with the scrap. I can do this with the tool rest, but seeing what you're doing enables you to do this freehand too. Oh, Melanie has a question. Okay, so real quick. So this is so you guys see how you can even do this freehand? Just find where you are. But you guys see how I drop it when I'm done? Find where you are, zhuzh it, and then drop it. Find where you are. Where am I? Right there. Hold it there and then drop it. One more. Oh, I'm done. Okay. So you guys see how much more smoother it got? Like really nice. So the Trisex are great for when you want that real crisp edge, like maintaining that crisp edge. Like if you have more geometric shapes, the Trisex will be like your favorite wheel. Like Nicole Richie makes these cute little kitten ear ring, and she uses the Trisex to sharpen those ears. Like, and it's like everything. We use them to clean up our pliers. We actually used it on that one nasty, remember that made in China plier? Every time I look at it, I start giggling. Like, I can't believe we made that plier so good. Here it is. No, it's right here. Whoop, right here. So this one we use the Trisex to maintain those super flat crispness. Do you see that? So to maintain these super crisp flat edges, this was all done with the Trisex, and even at the tip. You see that? So that's what the Trisex does, you guys. Really nice, crispy crisp. 2 more questions, you guys, and then I got to get back to work. While we're on the metal, Janice Ward. Hi, Janice Ward. We have a question for Janice. Janice, what's that question? Read it to me. Oh, so just fire. Okay. She's getting chatter. Janice, I'm going to ask, what wheel are you using that you're getting chatter? Because so I explained this actually last week, where I said I use my index finger. My index finger is the support to prevent any kind of bounce. That's what's happening. It's bouncing. So let me show you guys what I mean by the bounce. So whether you're doing a hammer, whether you're doing this. If you notice, everything I'm doing is with my index finger, so I'm supporting it. You don't ever want to work on something here. Actually use this. You don't want to ever work on something where it's going to be, hold on. Here, let's do this. So let's say I'm working on this. You don't want to do this. Look, y'all do a side view. Ready? You don't want to do this because this is going to create a bounce. What you want to do is you want to pinch with your left or vice versa if you're left-handed, and you're going to use your index finger and your thumb to kind of support the back. I call it moving the neck of the chicken. You see that? So I'm going to have that here. And so now I'm completely even. So the index finger is giving a nice support to the piece. So it prevents it from shaking. So there's nothing loose. It's nice and tight. And I have a good even pressure up against the wheel without pressure, without pushy. So, okay. So the 120 purple, that's fine. That's what I was using earlier. So this was a 120 purple, you guys. Now, if you're using, let's say, I know you're probably using it with a hammer. Hold on. Where's that? I don't have a cheap hammer here, but let me get an idea of something. Here, this is crappy hammer. Okay, crappy hammer. You guys see that? So when you're working, don't do this. You guys see where my hands are? This is a big no. X. So don't do this. I know it looks like you're doing everything right by holding it like this. This is the worst thing you can do. What you need to do is you need to hold that hammer and control it. So this kind of moves it, but this holds it stable from it, preventing it from bouncing. So if I'm going to grind this, you guys, look, I'm going to hold this here and I'm going to be working in the center of the wheel. Do you see that? So it wants to bounce a little because it's uneven, but once you get past the unevenness, it's going to give you a nice little flow. So you have to have control over it. You guys see that? So in the beginning, it's going to want to bounce because it's so uneven. You hear that? But you have to hold it and control it in small sections. You know, then you can go for like the larger. But do you hear that? And then if you want to get rid of that edge, you see how it has a little chatter? But hold it stable and you get it going. Look. Hold on. So I would say when you work from left to right, you guys, from here to there, you have less chatter. Look. Because you're going with the grain of the... Oh, there we go. Right there. You guys see? So do it slow. And then once you smooth all of that over, once you smooth all that unevenness, the chatter goes away because now you created a more evenness. Janice says, were you watching? No, Janice, I just know how things work. So when you hold it, you see I'm working my way. And I have a whole video. I just did the hammer, you guys, on a few shows. And that's it. And it's nice and cool. It's not hot at all. Look, my pinky's touching it. So Janice, you're so cute. Janice goes, were you watching me? No, Janice, I just know the proper way to hold it. So remember, you guys, hold it. The wonderful thing about the Jooltool is you are in control. You dictate how things are going to be. You lay down the law and you tell the nice Jooltool how it's going to perform. So if you follow the things that it knows how to react to, you can really MacGyver and really manipulate whatever you want on that disc. So just remember, hold that. You got to control it because if you're just holding it like this, it's going to bounce. You know what I mean? Already it was wanting to bounce because it was so uneven, even with me holding it. But once you work that and grind it all nice and even, no bouncy bounce. Oh my God. Holly, I bought Rotary color blades. I'll do those tomorrow. Holly, if you're listening, you know you just typed it, so I know you're there. Holly, I bought Rotary cutter blades and I'm going to show you how to sharpen them, but she said she already sharpened them with the Trisex. So proud of you because that's what I would have been using tomorrow. So remind me to bring those, Yarrow. I keep forgetting. Was Melanie Campbell had a quick question. Oh, you've got a rough piece of Red Sea coral. Okay, so coral is just delicious. So follow the steps for the soft stone lapidary. This is the question she asked. Coral. Coral is just delicious, you guys. Easy to polish, but you got to have the right stuff to polish. So the answer is use the soft stone lapidary kit to polish coral and it will gleam. Beautiful. Yeah, so I thought they were talking to me. Hi, Albert. Hello, Albert. Merry Christmas. Hi, Heidi. Hello, Merry Christmas. That will be great to see tomorrow. Yeah, Heidi, Heidi, send me a text or something to remind me. Send me a message, you guys, to remind me to bring those cutters. Who said that? Deb said, Anie, do you polish in your sleep? Asking for a friend. You know what's weird is usually at a trade show, since I'm polishing so much, and I talk to so many people, I actually do have dreams, but my dreams are not about polishing. It's not even about the Jooltool. It's about talking to people. So I feel as though I have more energy like given out of me when I talk and interact with people. So I don't ever, I promise you, had ever a dream using the Jooltool. I think because the Jooltool doesn't suck in my energy. Talking to people and I'm always giving, that sets off more like energy out of my soul and that kind of stays embedded in my subconscious. That's why it comes out in a dream. But honestly, that's a good question. And I'm realizing that I haven't ever dreamed of polishing anything. Crazy. Maybe I had nightmares back in the day when I tore chains apart and they went shooting at me like bullets, but no. That's a good question, but nope. No dreams because the Jooltool is easy on you, very lighthearted. So it's not like I'm giving a lot of myself and my energy to it. It's very light. Never realized that. See, you guys always bring out like such like innovative like thoughts, like I've never even thought of these things. Like crazy, you guys are crazy. Okay. I'm going to show you, Irene, how to do tomorrow. We'll do the rotary cutters. Yes. Totally forgot I got those. Yes, we'll get to Irene. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Barbara. Barbara says, is there any rumblings of any kind of trade shows happening in 2021? She's loving having me alter herself. To be honest with you, Barbara, the two shows that were peeking around the corner were the trade show in Munich, Germany, which I do with my fabulous European distributor, BECO-TECHNIC. That, I don't know what's the status of it. Before the second lockdown, it seemed like it was a green light. Now we're all confused. So I don't know about the Germany show. Tucson, we all know what happened to that. That got postponed to April. And I'm just like sitting back and waiting to see. So I'm not making plans because I feel like every time we make a plan for a trade show, it goes south. So if I know something concrete, you guys, you know who I'm going to tell first. I'm going to tell you guys first. I'm going to totally, even if I find something out, through the grapevine from my people that I know, I'll let you guys know. Okay, Irene just said, yeah, I'll post that question. I'm going to answer this question. Okay, so Exacto Blades, we sharpen here at Jooltool because we open a lot of boxes and we do a lot of that. So we sharpen them so I know the temperament of an Exacto Blade. And even the thin Exacto blades that we use for cutting open like the molds for injection of wax. If you're going to do a ring, you know, you inject the wax with the wax injector, and we usually use an Exacto really sharp surgical blade to cut those open. Now, that's what I'm thinking they're using. Is that what they're using? Because if they're using that thin Exacto blade, I'll be the first to tell you that those suckers can snap. And there's other things you could use in that and you can round over the sharp edge. But with the Jooltool, you can kill the edge. We're known to kill the edges here. Okay. So to kill the edge, if it's really, really sharp, I would totally go at it first with the purple and kill it. Just kill it, completely dull that mother out, and then soften it with the scratch eraser. But the secret is you got to follow the rules to the pointed stuff. Remember here, you guys, I'm going to say one more thing before I call it a day. This is important. If you guys have a Jooltool and you guys want to sharpen anything sharp or even want to smooth something that has a point, rule of thumb, guys, rule of thumb. Okay, so hold on. So look, okay, here, let's just do this. This is my tweezers, okay? So what? So, okay, I will, Yara, hold on. So you guys see how this is pointed, okay? So the rotation of the wheel is going to be counterclockwise. So do you guys see this little arrow that is right here at the base of your Jooltool? So that means the Jooltool is spinning in that direction, in this direction, okay? So it's spinning like this, like this, like this, like this. So when you want to do a sharp tip, you want the disc to go towards the tip like this. You don't want to go into the opposite direction of the wheel going in, because that could catch and kick back and tear your abrasive. So you can actually use this to cut your abrasive. So it's best to approach it in this direction. So I always say, as a rule of thumb, anything you have pointed should always be pointing to the hole of the vacuum hole. Right here, there's like a hole. So always keep it pointed in the direction of this arrow. You see that right here? You see that arrow, this pointed. So let's say I want to just smooth these off real quick. Okay. Okay, so right here, so you want to always keep this point in the arrow direction. You see that this arrow is pointing there. You keep this pointing there. So if you want to clean this up, I'm just going to grab the scratch eraser. Yes, so small surgical. So you would hold it like this and work it. You see that? And then you drop it. So you want to clean up that whole thing, then drop it. Kind of roll, kind of keep it nice, drop it. Keep it, I've got to keep them closed. And there we go, and drop it. Look at how clean and shiny these are now. Look at that. They were actually gross. They had the glue from last week. So there you go. So do you guys see how safe that was? And if I was going to use the purple, I would do the same. I don't want to use the purple on those, but you guys get the idea, right? Okay. So there, that was the final tip of the day. That was a good one, you guys. So please. Someone's talking about me. Armenians say if you sneeze, someone's talking about you. Who's talking about me? Albert said something in Armenian. Let me read. It says, Shonor havor amanor yev surp zununt. Okay, so he says, Shonavor amanor. Oh, I don't know what amanor is. Yev surp zununt. So he's saying, Merry Christmas. Thank you. That's so cute. That's actually a beautiful font that he wrote on. Albert, thank you. So, yes, by going to an Armenian school, one thing I took away is reading and writing in Armenian. Where I'll use this one day is beyond me. One person said to write a letter. Okay, so back in the day, I would write letters to the older folks in my family, but now they don't care. So thank you very much for that, Albert. I brushed up in my Armenian. So Shnavor Nordari is Happy New Year. So I will wish you all a Shnavor Nordari. So Shnavor means like blessed. And so Nor is new and Dari is year. So Shnavor Nordari to you all. Oh, who said that? Carol? Carol, oh, post that. That's so kind of you. You know, I have been doing these shows since March, you guys, of this year. And I just am just so like, I got blessed. I just think about it and I get the goosebumps just start coming. Just really, you guys have really shown an outpouring of how much gratitude you guys have towards these shows. And I just want to say it means the world to me that you guys are enjoying them because I am bringing these shows from my heart to you. And it's just, I'm glad that they're well received. And I just enjoy being here with you guys. Cheers, you guys. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate Bonnie with my Bonnie. Oh, bless you. She said, thank you, Bonnie. Bless you, girl. David Keith, thank you for another great demo. You got it. So tomorrow, you guys, stay tuned for the working on the rotary cutters. I will be using the Trisex primarily, but I'll show you how to use the scratch erasers at times. So I'll show you all my techniques on how to sharpen. We got one more cat. Cat says, thank you. Hey, these are all my. You're welcome, Heidi. Thank you, you guys. I love you. And again, Evelyn, thank you. So we still have time for the new year. So let's just keep going. It's not over yet, you guys. You know, it's just, Diana Sneska says we truly developed the community here. I know. You guys, if you guys don't know and haven't joined my Jooltool community, I implore you to join our Jooltool community Facebook page because all these lovely people that you are seeing here commenting who have learned so much are on there and they have such giving spirits and such kind and they share their beautiful projects and they share midway projects of what they're using and are just helpful within the community. So if you have any questions and if I don't get to you, everyone else gets to you before me. Yeah, that's a that's very good you said that, Irene. It's true. You guys, let's keep Tom on our thoughts. Tom Elms, he's got some COVID action going on. I'm actually going to shoot him a little text message and see how he's doing. He's been a little quiet. That's true. Well, I just hope for the best. I will. I will. Happy New Year to everybody. We're still going on, so let's just keep just keep at it. Let's just use this year as much as possible. Let's use it, and then our next year coming will just be the fresh start. But for the most part, thank you guys so much for watching. You know how much you all mean to me. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys here tomorrow with the sharpening of the rotary cutters. So thank you for watching. I love you all. Bye for now, you guys. Bye. I love